because I realize that there's some things that I need to process that have not served me well. And so that's the first thing that I want to say. The second thing, I want to dispel a myth. And there's a myth that says that women are emotional and men are not emotional. That's a myth. Men are very emotional. We just don't oftentimes know how to express that emotion, except sometimes through anger and violence. And so when we show up in a relationship, we don't have the tools to make that relationship functional. And so that's one of the things that therapy can help with. So once we deal with therapy and then find out what our purpose is for being on the planet and pursue that purpose passionately, then I think we'll be on the road to resolving some of these issues as it relates to relationships. And then lastly, we then have to build institutions to reproduce that, to teach other brothers how to build functional relationships and families. And I think that's the duty that we have.
Good. All right. What he said.
Exactly.
Adding to what our brother has said, I'm going to go back to something I said before about creating safe spaces for men to be able to communicate with one another. I think that healing needs to take place for ourselves, among ourselves, before we can be a benefit to our women. I think often when we think about relationships between men and women, there's often a distrust, right? A distrust. And I think that stems from our inability or unwillingness to call out negative behavior done by other men, right? To differentiate ourselves from that kind of behavior, right? And this is something that I've been wrestling with for a while because, you know, this is B1. We are a people. We are a community. And I know a lot of you have seen foolishness, whether it's on TV, on the internet, that happens. And we're talking specifically about Black men. When they do things, when Pookie shoots Tyrone, right? Or when someone displays a certain level of disrespect to Black women, whether it's in music or in art, we need to, as Black men, stand up and say, wait a minute, that's not me. He doesn't speak for me. I don't agree with that. And until we start to do that, until we start to stand up and say, again, we're going back to defining ourselves, because this is not the go along to get along gang, because it is ridiculous in society nowadays. I mean, the things that we see, the music that we hear, there is something called drill music. Drill music. Now, I didn't know anything about this, but if you listen to it, whatever gangster rap was a long time ago, this is gangster rap on steroids, where they are intricately describing how they murder each other, how they dismember each other. I mean, it has gotten to a place where it's nothing short of sick. And if you want to argue who's really promoting that, we can have a different conversation, because we have to talk about who's writing the check. We're not talking about the artist, but we're going to leave that alone right now.